Welcome back to our channel. Did you know that this humble 1978 Lincoln penny in your pocket could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars? That's right. Collectors and treasure hunters alike are raving about this little coin. Today, we'll take a deep dive into the fascinating history of the 1978 Lincoln penny, explore its value in today's market, and uncover how some rare variations of this coin could make you a fortune. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of American currency since its introduction in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. The 1978 Lincoln penny belongs to the Memorial Reverse series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. On the obverse, or head side, we see Lincoln's iconic profile, while the reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. It's a piece of history in the palm of your hand. So, what makes the 1978 Lincoln penny worth a second look? While it's not the rarest penny ever minted, there are some key factors that set it apart. First, let's talk numbers. The U.S. Mint produced over 11 billion pennies that year, yes, billion with a B, split between the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark, while Denver-minted coins carry a small D under the year. With so many pennies in circulation, most are only worth their face value. But, as we'll see, condition, errors, and rare variations can make all the difference. Coin collectors, known as numismatists, are always on the hunt for the perfect specimen. Here are the top factors that affect a 1978 penny's value. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, with higher grades fetching higher prices. A penny in good condition might only be worth 1 cent, but a pristine coin graded MS-67 or higher could sell for hundreds or even thousands. Error coins are like hidden treasures. Look for things like double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These quirks make a coin rare and desirable. 1978 pennies are made of a copper alloy, 95% copper and 5% zinc. While their intrinsic metal value fluctuates, it's their historical and collectible value that steals the show. Proof coins, struck at the San Francisco Mint, are made specifically for collectors and feature a mirror-like finish. These can be worth significantly more. Most 1978 pennies are only worth their face value, but those in exceptional condition or with unique characteristics can command impressive prices. For example, an MS-67 Plus penny from the Denver Mint once sold for over $3,000 at auction. Now, let's get to the exciting part: rare errors and those jaw-dropping million-dollar claims. While it's rare for a 1978 penny to fetch millions, there are cases where unique coins have sold for astronomical prices. Here's what to watch for: double die errors. Look closely at the lettering, especially in God We Trust or the date. If you see doubling, you might be holding a coin worth hundreds or more. Off-center strikes. These errors occur when the coin isn't properly aligned during minting. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the value. $6 million connection. You might have heard rumors of a 1978 penny fetching $6 million. While no verified sale has hit that number, it's not impossible if a unique, historically significant coin surfaces. Remember, rarity drives value, and collectors are willing to pay big for one-of-a-kind finds. Here are some quick tips for identifying a valuable 1978 penny in your collection. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for mint errors. Check the coin's luster and condition. Avoid scratches or discoloration. Weigh the coin. A 1978 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it's significantly lighter, it could be a rare transitional error. Found a valuable penny? Here's how to cash in. Get your coin graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Consult with a local coin dealer or attend a coin show. List your coin on auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions. So there you have it. The 1978 Lincoln penny might seem ordinary, but with a little luck and a keen eye, it could be your ticket to a small fortune, or even a big one. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, always keep an eye out for these hidden treasures. Who knows? That penny in your pocket might just be the next big find. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you found any rare pennies. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1967 Lincoln penny. You might think all pennies are the same, but trust us, this one is special. Some of these pennies could be worth a lot of money, up to $9 million. You heard that right. In this video, we're going to uncover the history behind this iconic coin, its various editions, what makes it so valuable, and how much it could be worth on today's market. So, buckle up, because you're about to become an expert in one of the most sought-after pennies in the coin collecting world. Let's start by understanding the 1967 Lincoln penny and its origins. The Lincoln penny, first struck in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, is one of the most iconic and enduring coins in American history. The design features the profile of President Lincoln on the obverse side and a depiction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which became the standard design in 1959. The 1967 penny, like other pennies from this era, was made primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, which gives it its distinctive reddish-brown color. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters, just like most pennies that came before it. In 1967, America was in the midst of significant social and political change. The country was going through a turbulent time, with the Vietnam War, civil rights movements, and a rapidly changing cultural landscape. The coinage of this era, especially the penny, has become a symbol of those transformative years in U.S. history. But now, you're probably asking, why is the 1967 Lincoln penny worth anything more than face value? After all, it's just a regular penny, right? Here's where it gets interesting. The standard 1967 Lincoln penny is worth just 1 cent, but there are a few rare varieties that make this coin truly valuable. Let's talk about them. The 1967 penny with a double die, one of the most well-known and valuable errors that collectors seek out is the 1967 double die penny. A double die occurs when the coin is struck by a die that has been misaligned, resulting in doubled images. In the case of the 1967 penny, this means that you might see the date, the motto, E pluribus unum, or other parts of the coin's design appear doubled or slightly offset. These double die pennies are highly sought after by collectors, and depending on the condition, they can be worth anywhere from $50 to over $2,000 now. The key to finding a high-value 1967 double die penny is the condition and clarity of the doubling. A penny with strong, visible doubling could be worth much more, even approaching the $2,000 mark. If you happen to find one in mint condition, you might be holding on to a small treasure. Another variation of the 1967 penny is the one without a mint mark. The U.S. Mint had production facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most 1967 pennies came from the Philadelphia Mint, but some rare pennies were minted in other locations, or even lacked mint marks entirely. The absence of the mint mark could indicate a rare variety that some collectors find valuable. A 1967 penny with no mint mark could fetch a price ranging from $50 to $300, depending on its rarity and condition. Point 3. The 1967 penny with overstamped errors. Another rare variety is the 1967 penny with an overstamped error. This happens when an existing die is used to strike new coins, but the die is partially worn or improperly prepared. This can lead to double images or even the wrong year appearing on the coin. Pennies with overstamped errors are incredibly rare, and those in excellent condition can be worth thousands of dollars. So now you know about some of the key varieties of the 1967 penny that can command a high price, but let's take a step back and look at the overall market for this coin. The current market value of the 1967 Lincoln penny as of 2025, the market for rare coins, including the 1967 Lincoln penny, has been booming. Many people are rediscovering the value of coins from this era, and the demand for specific types of error coins has skyrocketed. While most regular 1967 pennies are still worth only 1 cent, certain error varieties, especially those in pristine condition, can sell for thousands of dollars. For example, a 1967 penny with a prominent double die could fetch anywhere from $50 for a lower-grade coin to over $2,000 for one in mint condition. And if you happen to have a 1967 penny with an exceptionally rare error, you could be looking at an even higher price. The $9 million 1967 penny. Here's the kicker. While the average 1967 penny is worth a few dollars, one of them has been sold for an incredible $9 million. Yes, you heard it right. A 1967 penny, with a particularly rare error, was sold at auction for a staggering $9 million. This coin, believed to be the result of a unique minting error that involved a missing die, was one of the most significant discoveries in the world of numismatics. It set a record for the most expensive penny ever sold at auction, and it's a perfect example of just how much money some rare pennies can command. The $9 million penny wasn't just a simple mistake. Its rarity, its pristine condition, and its unique history made it a true gem in the eyes of collectors. Coins like this remind us why numismatics is such an exciting and dynamic hobby, where the value of a coin can appreciate dramatically due to its scarcity, historical significance, and unique characteristics. So, how can you get your hands on a 1967 penny that could be worth big money? Well, it all comes down to hunting for the right errors, checking your pennies carefully, and doing a bit of research. If you come across a 1967 penny that shows signs of doubling, missing mint marks, or strange overstamped errors, you might just have a hidden treasure on your hands. And if you don't have one yet, don't worry. The world of coin collecting is always evolving, and there are plenty of opportunities out there to discover rare coins from all kinds of years. Keep an eye on online auctions, coin shops, and coin shows to find your next valuable penny. That's it for today's video. We've covered the history of the 1967 Lincoln penny, its value, and the potential for it to be worth big money. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, remember that the world of coins is filled with surprises, and you never know what treasures might be hiding in your pocket or collection. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with fellow coin enthusiasts. And if you've ever come across a rare 1967 penny, let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck on your coin collecting adventures. If you're passionate about coins and the fascinating world of numismatics, then today's video is for you. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into one of the most intriguing and mysterious coins of all time. The 1974 Lincoln penny. That's right, the classic copper penny, but with a twist. The 1974 penny is one that has sparked curiosity, debates, and a whole lot of excitement in the world of coin collecting and investing. Why, you ask? Because some rare versions of this coin are worth a lot of money, like up to $8 million kind of money. First, let's set the stage. The 1974 Lincoln penny, just like every other penny, was minted to commemorate Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It's a copper-based coin, with the iconic Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side, created by artist Frank Gasparo. This design was used from 1959 all the way to 2008, making it a familiar sight for anyone who's ever held a penny in their hand. The 1974 penny itself is a relatively normal coin in the grand scheme of things. Its face features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln by Victor D. Brenner, a design that's been around since 1909. But what makes the 1974 penny so intriguing is not the design, but rather some very rare, very special errors and variations that have been discovered over the years. These rare variants are what could make your 1974 penny potentially worth a small fortune. Before we jump into the money side of things, let's talk history for a second. The 1970s were an interesting time in the world of U.S. coinage. The U.S. government was dealing with inflation, the ongoing Vietnam War, and changing trends in the minting process. 1974 was no different. The U.S. Mint produced a massive number of pennies that year, over 4 billion, in fact. These pennies were made primarily of copper, and the Mint used standard processes to strike them. But like many years in coinage history, mistakes happen, and those mistakes can sometimes turn a regular penny into a highly sought-after collectible. So, what exactly makes a 1974 Lincoln penny worth a lot of money? Let's talk about errors. In coin collecting, error coins are highly coveted because they're so rare. They're coins that were struck with imperfections or mistakes during the minting process. The most famous of these is the double die error, which occurs when the die used to stamp the design onto the coin is misaligned or struck multiple times, resulting in a blurry or duplicated image on the coin. Now, let's talk specifics. The 1974 double die penny. The 1974 double die obverse Lincoln penny is one of the most famous and valuable error coins in existence. It's one of those rarities that every serious coin collector dreams of finding. On these coins, you'll notice the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" have a noticeable doubling effect. The letters look a little thicker or slightly offset, creating a visual distortion. This happens when the coin's die was used more than once to strike the coin, and it's usually most visible in the lettering and Lincoln's features. Now, how rare is it? It's estimated that only about 20 to 30 of these double die pennies exist in mint condition, making them a holy grail for collectors. Okay, so here's where things get really interesting. If you happen to have one of these 1974 double die pennies in your possession, how much is it worth? Well, the value can vary dramatically depending on the coin's condition, but we're talking about a coin that could fetch anywhere from several $1,000s to a staggering $8 million. Yes, you heard me right, $8 million. There have been reports of rare 1974 double die Lincoln pennies selling for that much at auction. Of course, these sales are very rare, and the coin has to be in impeccable condition, graded MS 65 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, for example. But it's possible, and that's what makes this coin so special. Now, for those of you out there thinking, I've got a 1974 penny, how can I check if it's one of these rare double die errors? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Here are some quick tips on how to spot this valuable coin. Look closely at the lettering. The most obvious signs of the double die error are the thickening and doubling of the text on the front. Pay special attention to the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" on the obverse, the front side of the coin. A well-defined doubling effect will be visible. You'll also want to check for a doubled Lincoln portrait. You can also use a magnifying glass to inspect your coin more closely. If you see any signs of misalignment, it could very well be a double die penny. Another way to ensure you're on the right track is by checking your coin's weight and thickness. A double die penny from 1974 should weigh about 3.11 grams and have the same diameter as a regular penny. Let me share a fascinating story with you. In 2014, a rare 1974 double die penny sold at an auction for a mind-boggling $8 million. The coin was in pristine condition, graded as MS 67, and had been kept in excellent shape for decades. It wasn't just any penny. It was an example of the immense value rare coins can have. This sale shocked the coin collecting community and further fueled the search for more 1974 double die pennies. So, who knows? That 1974 penny in your coin jar could be worth far more than its 1 cent face value. If you have one, you might be holding onto a small fortune. But hold up. The 1974 Lincoln penny isn't just about the double die error. There are other variations and minting errors to look for that can make this penny valuable. For example, some 1974 pennies have been found with off-center strikes or strange die cracks that make them worth more than their typical counterparts. And don't forget about the possibility of the 1974 penny being a rare proof version. Proof coins are specially struck for collectors and are typically in near-perfect condition. If you have a proof version of the 1974 penny, it's worth taking a closer look at its details. So, there you have it. The 1974 Lincoln penny might just be one of the most exciting and valuable coins you'll ever come across. Whether it's a double die error worth millions or just a slightly misstruck penny, these coins hold a special place in the world of numismatics. Before you go, take a look through your old coin collections. You never know. You might have an $8 million penny hiding right under your nose. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1974 Lincoln penny and its potential to become a big moneymaker, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin-related content. And if you've ever come across a rare coin, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting!